Hello everyone, this is Pam and welcome to the Devine Sunshine Tarot channel with your weekly inspiration. I want to say to those returning, thank you for your patience. I apologize for my absence over the last couple of months, but I am back and I'm ready to share messages of love and encouragement from Spirit. I've been working on some additional topics such as holistic living and mindfulness. And occasionally I may have a guest speaker for additional inspiration and encouragement. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you for watching. Every week I try to post an encouraging and inspirational message that the Spirit has led me to share. If you find this is helpful and encouraging, please make sure you hit the like and share buttons. Lastly, tell me how this resonated with you, or if you want something in particular covered in the inspirational readings, just comment down below. So let's get started. Thank you, angels and spirits, for your guidance. I pray this inspirational reading for my viewers is for the highest and purest intentions. I pray that you give my viewers the clarity, healing, inspiration, encouragement that they need. Thank you for your love, your wisdom, your guidance, and most of all, that there will always be loving light here. Amen. So we're going to try to cover the week of November the 2nd through, starting November the 2nd. But anytime you view this video is a good time. So let's get started. Now I'm doing something a little different this time. I have something called poetic contemplation. And I don't know if any of you all are familiar with Khalil Gibran's The Prophet. But I'm working with an oracle deck that I found. I really like the writings of Khalil Gibran. The Khalil Gibran's The Prophet Oracle card deck is by Toni, Carmine, Salerno. And for those of you who don't know, Khalil Gibran was a writer. He was a poet. He was a philosopher. He was a visual artist. And you might know him from a quote, if you've ever heard this, if you love somebody, let them go. For if they return, they were always yours. And if they don't, they never were. Well, you probably heard some versions of that quote, but he's the person that actually originated it. The Prophet is a writing by him, and it talks about life, a lot of his of human nature and what people do. And he was really more of a philosopher. At least the Prophet in this writing was very spiritual minded. So I'll be focusing on, this will be a little segment that I focus on during our inspiration. Is spiritual wisdom. It's about human nature and a range of various everyday subjects through these cards that are based on one of his works. So on this work, the Prophet. So your card for this week is about teaching. It's the number 27 card in this oracle deck. And I'm going to read the poem, or the section of the poem for this card, which talks about teaching. Okay, now the actual card says, give not of wisdom, but of faith and lovingness. And so this is what the verse is that goes with this poetic contemplation. It says, no man can reveal to you aught but that which already lies half asleep in the dawning of your knowledge. The teacher who walks in the shadow of the temple among his followers, give not of his wisdom, but rather of his faith and his lovingness. If he is indeed wise, he does not bid you enter the house of his wisdom, but rather leads you to the threshold of your own mind. And we need to pray for our teachers. You know, in this verse, ought, it can be a noun or it could be an adverb, but ought means anything, whatever, or any part. For ought I know, something similar to that. Or it could be an adverb, in any degree, at all, in any respect. So that's what that kind of signifies. In essence, we are all teachers. We place our faith and love on the line to offer others hope. When we share our wisdom and advice of life, it doesn't mean the other person is going to take it, use it, or even understand it. They must understand it is in their own mind. What's that old saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. That's what this card reminds me of. So that's something to contemplate this week. Give not of wisdom, but of faith and lovingness. It's about teaching. Okay, your next card is the number 2 card from the, what is this? Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And it's called Mending. It's the number 52 card. Something to be mindful of. This is what this week may bring. And the Wisdom of the Oracle is by Collette, Baron-Reid, if anybody wanted to know that. But mending is about forgiveness, making amends. It's about healing after arguments. And, we actually talked about healing and forgiveness in one of my videos that we did, that I did earlier. Sometimes we allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding or absorbing it. This makes us, accumulate unwanted burdens. We are chained to the pain, the memories, the resentments, and the arguments. We go over it in our minds and reopen the wounds we are trying to heal from. But forgiveness is necessary if you want to move forward. So you have to try and start somewhere, a little bit at a time. Spirit says now is a good time to let go of the old hurt. It's time to forgive, release, make peace, make amends to others. Burdens will be lifted. Freedom is yours if you want it. Okay? That's mending. Freedom is yours if you want it. It might take some time, but do it a little bit at a time. And so now we come to your last card, which is, it's about the light bulb moment is what I call it. It's an empowering question. And Empowering Questions is by Sanna Wikstrom. Someone gave me this deck, and it didn't have any instructions with it. But what we're going to do is, this is something for you to ponder, a question for your, for you to personally ponder about yourself. And so your question this week is, how or in what way do I experience myself when I'm alone? How or in what way do I experience myself when I'm alone? What comes to mind? How do you feel when you hear this question? What kind of goals can be developed and accomplished through this question? What kind of aha moment has been revealed to you? Journal your thoughts and meditate on them And you know, maybe sometime in the near future, you can go back to this question and see how you answered it, and see where you are now. You know, in the future, you will receive important information if you are willing to be honest and open with yourself. Okay, so a little bit of poetic contemplation about teaching. Learn to forgive and forget. And ponder this personal question. How or in what way do I experience myself when I'm alone? You know, a lot of us love to be alone, and sometimes a lot of us are alone during this pandemic. But being with yourself is probably the best thing. You learn a lot about yourself when you're alone with yourself. When you just shut down, rest, meditate, and think about where you want to go in life. So I thank you for joining me today. Please remember, if you've been inspired in some way, please feel free to comment down below. How did this help you? If this reading resonated with you in any kind of way, I would love to hear from you. I also encourage you to hit the like and share buttons if you'd like to be notified when I post the weekly video. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell. I enjoyed reading for you today, and I wish you love and light.